Hi, Fat Yogi friends. My name is Tiffany. I am a Fat Yoga teacher trying to make yoga more accessible to everybody. So, friends, I would love to just remind you that for today's practice, we are going to high five each other ourselves in prayer a lot. So, this is a vinyasa class, and we will be focusing on prayer for today. So, let's go ahead and let everybody in and let's get started. Hello, good morning, friends. Hi. Hello, good morning. It's totally optional to keep your camera off if you'd like, but I'd love to see you, friends. Hi, Mariana. Hi. So completely up to you. I'm gonna go ahead and mute everyone, and then so we can get started right away. But I'd like for everybody to begin in seated posture. So go ahead and find a comfortable seat. And if you have it, a blanket, bolster, pillow, something to sit on, because I'd like for you to have your hips lifted. Just because I know for me, my legs tend to fall asleep if I sit in a cross-legged or even a legs extended posture for too long. So just find whatever pose you would like. Reminder, this is a vinyasa style class. We will be going a little bit slower, but we will be going through doing all the traditional vinyasa style movements. So sunays and things like that. So, all right, let's find our comfortable seat. And then if you'd like to play music or anything like that, go ahead. I don't play music in my classes. Just because of the microphone and how it works on Zoom. But yeah, you're more than welcome to. You are muted, so if you need music, go for it. So we'll take this time to kind of tap into the breath. So let's just check in with ourselves, remove the fleshy bits away from our sit bones. We can cross our legs or have legs extended. Hands can come to knees. Think about shoulders away from ears. And just take a deep inhale here. And then an open mouth exhale. Let's do that 3 more times. Deep inhale. 2 more times. Deep inhale. Open mouth exhale. 1 more time. Let it all go. Let's just settle. Feel yourself just getting a little bit heavier so that you kind of feel like more contact is made with the mat or your bolster, blanket, whatever you've got going on. I feel like one of those dogs who just like keeps circling even after I've taken all my breaths. I still have to readjust my legs. I'm like, no, one more time. Totally fine. Once you settle, let's just check in with our toes. Happy Monday, toes. How are you doing? Wiggle them. Maybe flex our calves. Feel within the body. It's just you and your body and yoga. That's all it is today. We can flex our thighs. Send some extra love to our bellies. We don't send enough, and they are deserving. They work extremely hard for us, digesting our food and holding in all of our organs. So send some love there. Thank you, belly. You're the best. Moving up the spine, maybe just adjust yourself in a position that feels really, really good. Shoulders away from ears. Maybe flex the muscles in your hands and your arms, wiggle your fingers, and then tuck your chin. So here's your optimal alignment. This is that blueprint alignment that feels really good. It should feel really good. It's almost like you could sit here all day long, right? Like this in this position. Begin to seal your lips and breathe in through the nose and out through the nose, finding that ujjayi breath. This is that breath of life that feels so good. We love it so much. So as we inhale, we sip in really slow and we count to 4, 5, or 6. And as we exhale, we find that same count, 4, 5, or 6. Inhale for 4, 5, or 6. Exhale for 4, 5, or 6. Take your time here to find the breath. Maybe you start with a 4 count and it's not enough, so you move to 5 or 6. It's interesting because when you have the conversation with people about their ujjayi breath, people are very strong. Feel strongly about the count that works best for them. And I think that's amazing because all of our lungs are different, all of our bodies are different. So take the time here to feel in your body what feels best. As you inhale, sip in the air and count, and just see where the count goes. And when you're ready to exhale, you just see where that count goes. So you inhale and exhale and let yourself just flow here. So it should be kind of like a state of flow. As you flow and you feel into your breath, I'd like to offer the intention of giving yourself a high five for this Monday, right? Super cheesy, I know, but I love the idea of like just praising ourselves, like giving yourself a praise. And it can be for anything. It doesn't have to be for some big thing that you are like setting goals for. It could be like, I got out of bed and I turned on the Zoom screen. Like, I'm so proud of myself right now. High five. So wherever you're at with your positive things in your life, maybe just send some like amazing high five vibes there. Because we inhale, we think high, exhale, we think five. That's our mantra for today, high five. So let's bring our hands together in a prayer position. So palms touch, and you can just bring your thumbs, maybe touch your sternum, just to give you an idea of how this feels. To high five yourself. It doesn't have to be a smack. It can just be pressing into your palms. So as we flow today, we will be tapping into this position for almost every single pose. It will have this sort of variation. So we can remind ourselves to high five as we set our goals and accomplish them throughout our yoga practice. So let's take a few more rounds of breath. Inhale high, exhale five. Knowing that it means we're praising ourselves because we're awesome people who deserve it. On that next exhale, you can bring your hands back down to your knees and just lift your chest. Think about shoulders away from ears, and then lift your chin and tuck it. And then right ear goes to right shoulder, finding that nice stretch on the left side. You can reach your left hand down, or the top of the hand can reach the base of the spine. All of these are good options. Wherever you're at is good. Take a deep inhale, we lift the chin. Exhale, we lower the chin. Find the spot that needs an extra stretch and breathe here. This can be done with eyes closed or open. If it feels more comfortable to have your eyes open, go for it. But with eyes closed, you can really like tap into what it's feeling on the inside. On that next exhale, we bring our head back up to center, release our hand. Take a deep inhale, and then exhale, left ear to left shoulder, and we reach that right hand down to your side. We can also take the top of the hand and reach the base of the spine and see if that feels good. So everything is completely optional. It's like Goldilocks, and you choose your path. Which one feels the best for you? You can inhale and exhale, lift and lower that chin. Find the stretch that you need in your body. That next exhale, we come back to center. Release your hand and begin to find some neck circles, going all the way around very, very slowly. allowing yourself to really feel into every little bit and piece of your neck. Is there a stretch you need to hold? Is there a spot that needs extra love and attention? Let's focus on that. Go around at least one time in one direction and then one time in the opposite direction. So again, take your time here. One full circle might be 3 full breaths. When you're ready, go ahead and come back to center and let's just find that nice seated pose like we found before, aligning our spine, shoulders away from ears. And then we inhale, open our eyes and lift our hands up towards the sky. Reach, 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 maybe even look up to the sky. And then exhale, we bring our hands all the way down to the ground, chin to chest, and maybe we just begin to rock gently, allowing that low back to get a nice little stretch. This is also great for the hips and everything else. If it's uncomfortable to have your legs crossed, you can always have legs extended or some other variation of this forward fold. That next inhale, we rise all the way back up. We bring our arms up to the sky and we find a twist to the right. And then both arms come down and we can bring our right hand behind us and the left hand can come to the left leg or the right leg. We look over that right shoulder and take a deep inhale as we lift the chest. And then exhale, we twist towards the right. Deep inhale here. And then exhale, we find that twist. On that next exhale, we come back to center. Inhale, both arms raised to the sky. And then we look to the left as we find our twist. And exhale, both arms come back down. Left arm comes behind, right hand comes to the right leg or the left leg. Take a deep inhale, we lift the chest, and exhale, we twist. Inhale, we lift, and exhale, we twist. On that next exhale, we come back to center. Both arms reach up towards the sky and exhale, right hand comes down, left hand comes up and over, finding side stretch. Left hip sinks down as we reach with the left hand, finding the side of the stretch. The side stretch, side body stretch. There it is. On that next inhale, we come all the way back up to center, reach towards the sky, maybe even look up, find a little arch in the back. And then come back to center, left arm comes down, right arm comes up and over, right hip sinks down as we reach over. So feel that stretch happening. So it's like we press into the right hip and then the right hand reaches. Oh, should feel good. On that next exhale, we come back to center and we bring our hands behind us and we switch the direction of our legs. So if the left foot was in front, the right foot is now in front. Inhale, both arms come up, and exhale, we reach our hands directly in front of us. Hands come to the ground, chin to chest. And this time we walk our hands over to the left and reach with our right hand. So it's like hovering. And you can feel a nice stretch along the back of the side body. Take a deep inhale, maybe lift a little bit, and exhale, reach a little bit more. Bring both hands down to the floor and walk them over to the right. And then we reach with our left hand. So finding that same hover move, we deeply inhale and lift a little bit, and then exhale, we reach. On that next exhale, we come back to center. And then just settle here for a moment, maybe moving our belly more into our thighs. And as we inhale, we lift a little bit, and exhale, we fold a little bit. Tuck our chin to our chest and really let ourselves just kind of sink here. On that next inhale, we push ourselves all the way back up, and then let's find our tabletop. So move your bolster out of the way, find your knees and your hands come to the mat. And think about our wrists underneath our shoulders. And we spread all 4 fingers, thinking about that thumb tendon. Maybe we bring that in just a little bit. And then the knees are directly under our hips. So finding that nice alignment. Come to neutral tabletop. See if that feels nice. I need to adjust a little bit more. Feel into the body. Set yourself up correctly, and then it feels really good when you move into the postures. Maybe we lean forward a little bit and we feel that stretch in the back of our wrists. If that's not good, we can always lean back. Feel the stretch in our hips as we press our hands in and like maybe even feel it into the low back. Come back to center. Inhale, lower the belly, lift the chest, find our cow. Exhale, we round our back and find our cat. Press into the hands and feel that nice deep shoulder stretch. Inhale, we find cow. Exhale, we find cat. This is a nice, slow, rhythmic flow. This goes to the rhythm of your own breath. So let's just take a couple more breaths here. High-fiving ourselves. Maybe like the cat pose feels really good, so you stay there for an extra breath. Or maybe you want to lean back onto your heels or lean forward and stretch out your wrists. Find some organic movement, whatever feels the best for you. On that next exhale, come back to center. And we have a few options here. So we'll find our downward facing dog. If you need blocks, go ahead and grab them. You can set yourself up with some blocks. If you don't have blocks and you find it difficult to raise your knees, press into the hands and engage your hands and relax your neck. And just lean back a little bit from your tabletop. This is an option and you can take it or you can go for traditional down dog. So we can tuck our toes, bring our hands to blocks if we're using them, and then lift our hips up to find this version of down dog. So whatever version you're in, be in it. It's Monday. It was Halloween over the weekend. We're all coming down from our sugar highs. The kids aren't the only ones enjoying the candy. So just be gentle with your body. Know where you need to go. Relax your neck, relax your shoulders. On that next exhale, begin to walk your feet into your hands. If you're on your knees, just step your feet forward and find a forward fold. Tuck your chin and begin to take your feet as wide as the mat. Bend your knees, allow for your belly. So we can even like press into the sides of the belly and it fits right between our thighs. Isn't that amazing? It's like our bellies want to be there. Take a deep breath here and like let yourself just kind of sink into this forward fold posture. Hands can stay on blocks or they can be reaching towards the ground. Another option would be to just grab opposite elbows. Take another deep breath here. And then go ahead and roll all the way up. So tuck your chin, roll up one vertebrae at a time, very slowly, allowing yourself to just kind of find your standing posture. Head comes up last, we shake it off. High five our neighbors. Good job, friends. Y'all are doing great. High five, high five, high five. Take a sip of water if you need, or a couple of deep breaths. And when you're ready, let's find mountain. So think about alignment. So feet directly underneath our hips. Mountain posture essentially looks like you're just standing there, but it's more than that. So bring our hands out to the sides, palms face up. Think about how your feet feel on the mat. Maybe lift up all your toes and press them down. Maybe we try leaning forward, leaning back. Feel where you feel the most grounded. Like where does it feel most grounded? Is it when you lean to the left, lean to the right, or is it directly over both feet? Allow your shoulders to come away from your ears. So maybe even try to like roll them back. Bend your knees slightly and tuck your pelvis, kind of engaging your core, and tuck your chin. This should feel like your spine is just kind of floating in your body. If it feels good enough, you can try closing your eyes or even having a soft gaze and just trusting your body to just like keep you standing for a breath or two. On that next exhale, we open our eyes and we just say, thank you, body. Inhale, we circle the arms, press our palms together, high five. Bring them all the way back to center. Let's do that a few more times. Inhale, we circle, press our palms, high five. Exhale, we bring it back to center. Think about our shoulders as we inhale and press our arms behind us and then press our palms together and come back to center. Let's find a couple of half sun A's. So inhale, we go again, press our palms together. And then on this next exhale, we lower down and find a forward fold. So you come all the way down. Hands can come to blocks, or you can just kind of hang out in forward fold wherever you're at, chin to chest. And then we lift, so it's like our chest comes up from our thighs a little bit. Of course, my chest doesn't quite touch my thighs in forward fold, so it just lifts slightly, and that's okay. We can bring our elbows in by our sides when we half lift, and so it's kind of like a light touch on our thighs, and we're just looking down, making an L shape. Engage your core here. And then we exhale and fold all the way back down. Inhale, we rise, this time with a strong back, so we come all the way up, circle on our arms, think about our shoulders, press our palms together, and exhale, we come back to center. Take a deep inhale, high five. And then on that next inhale, we circle again, press our palms together, exhale, we fold all the way back down. Inhale, we rise, find that half lift, relax our neck. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, we rise, circle arms all the way up to the top, press our palms together, and exhale, we come back to center. Let's do that again 2 times. Inhale, we circle, press the palms, exhale, we fold. Inhale, we rise, move slowly here. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, we rise, circle our arms, we go right back into it. Press the palms, high five, exhale, we fold. All the way back down. Inhale, we rise, find our half lift, keep moving slowly. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, we rise, circle arms all the way back up to the top. Press our palms together, and exhale, we come back to center. Take a deep breath. Let's do that 3 times to get a real flow. Inhale, we circle, press our palms. Exhale, we fold. Move slowly. Inhale, we come up, find our half lift. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, we circle our arms all the way back up. Exhale, we come back to center, and then we go right back into the fold. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, we circle our arms. One more time, press our palms together. High five, exhale, fold. This is the last one. Inhale, we rise, find our half lift. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, we circle our arms. Think about those shoulders. Exhale, we press our palms together. High five. Come back to center. Let's take a deep breath here. You can bring both your hands over your heart and just feel your heart beating. You can take a sip of water and get whatever else you need in this moment, or you can just kind of like enjoy the yoga bliss in your body. We don't have to do like super big movements. We can do this very nice slow flow, and our body repays us by like beating its heart a little faster and causing us to like maybe perspire a little bit, which feels good. On that next exhale, we circle the arms all the way back up. Press our palms together and come back to center. So let's flow through a full sun A. Inhale, we circle. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, we rise, find that half lift. On this one, we plant our hands onto the mat or the blocks. If it's on the mat, we bend our knees a lot, full hand on the mat. We step our feet back, so lean into your hands as you step your feet back. Find your plank, move slowly here. Engage your core and look down, relax your neck. Bend your elbows and just lower down an inch and push back up. And then take your hips and allow them to come forward as you lift up your chest. So you find your upward facing dog. And then take your hips and move them back and tuck your toes. So you're in that modified down dog if you'd like, or you can lift your hips all the way up, finding down dog. Whatever down dog you're in, go ahead and press your hands into the mat. Engage your arms. And if you're in full down dog, let your knees bend, push into the arms, and then straighten your legs. And let that hip kind of tilt, kind of make its presence known. Relax your neck. Begin to walk your feet into your hands and you find your halfway lift. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, we rise, circle arms all the way back up to the top. We press our palms together and exhale, we come back to center. Take a deep breath here. Inhale, we circle all the way up, press our palms. Exhale, we fold all the way back down. Inhale, we rise, find our half lift. Exhale, we plant our hands, lean into the hands and step our feet to the back. Find our plank. Knees or toes here, engage your core, lower down an inch or maybe more. What feels good? Push yourself back up, or you could stay down and then we come up and we find this version of upward facing dog. Tuck your toes, sink your hips back, press into the hands to find down dog with the knees, or we lift our hips and find down dog up. Both are good options. Listen to your body and do what feels the best. Relax your neck. Take a deep breath here. One more and open mouth. On that next exhale, begin to walk your feet into your hands. Find your halfway lift. Go slow here. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, we rise, circle arms. Press the palms together, and exhale, we come back to center. Take a deep breath. All right, so we know where we're going. We'll add on to it. We'll find some crescents. Inhale, we circle. Press your palms together. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, we rise, find our half lift. Exhale, we plant our hands, lean into them, step back. Find your plank. Engage your core. Lower down for your chaturanga. Push up for upward facing dog, whatever feels great. And then exhale, tuck your toes and find your down dog. Whatever feels good. So if you're on your knees here, go ahead and lift up your right leg, extend it behind. And if you are on your toes, we lift up the right leg and find three-legged. Both are good options. On that next exhale, go ahead and allow that foot to step through. If you're on your knees, you find your low lunge. And if you're on your toes, go ahead and set your knees down and move that front foot to the front. Then lift up off the back knee by pressing into the mat or the blocks and tucking the back toe. So you're on your toe, adjust so that it feels like you're grounded. This front foot, the knee is bent. Your toes are digging in and then you rise up, finding your crescent legs. Hands come to hips and let's just settle in the legs. Engage your core, lift your chest, shoulders away from ears. Squeeze your bum, squeeze your thighs. Every muscle is like working hard here. Bring your hands to your heart center, high five. And then bring them all the way up to the sky, shoulders away from ears. Allow your fingers to spread like they're reaching towards the sky. We're reaching, engage your core. On that next exhale, we allow our hands to come in front of us as we fold all the way down to the mat. Take our back knee to the mat and we swing around our right leg. Find our plank. No need to move fast here. We're going slow. Engage your core. Lower down for chaturanga and push back up. Find your upward facing dog. And then your downward facing dog. So sink back. Maybe we just press our hands into the mat and knees stay down. Or maybe knees come up. Whatever you are, wherever you are is good. On that next exhale, right leg comes to the middle of the mat. Left leg extends. We step through. If you're on your toes, set your back knee down and move that front foot to the front. And then we lean forward and lift up off the back knee, finding your crescent. Get stable here before you rise up. And then we lift up, and if you need something like a wall, go there, be there, have it there for you. Bend that left knee, dig in that right toe, hands to hips if that feels comfortable. Engage your core, engage your butt, engage your pelvic floor. All these muscles should be like on fire, like burning. You got it. Lift up your chest, shoulders away from ears. Come to your prayer. High five. You got this. Hands reach towards the sky. Find full crescent. Engage your core here. On that next exhale, we bring our hands all the way back down to the mat. Set your back knee down. Swing around your left foot. Find your plank. Lower down for chaturanga. Inhale, we come up for upward facing dog. And then we find child's pose. So knees come wide, toes touch, hands extend out in front of you. Take some deep breaths here. If child's pose feels uncomfortable, you can always find hero's pose where you're kneeling like I am. You could be in tabletop or even on your forearms. Like, this is a chance to kind of catch your breath, feel within your body, grab a sip of water. Just take some deep breaths here. And just remind yourself, like, we're high-fiving ourselves throughout this entire practice. So like you showing up, being here, being present, like that's important. Like, let's just take a moment and just like enjoy this bliss of like our bodies working hard and like feeling into the work we've already done. On that next exhale, we bring our hands out in front of us, press them into the mat. We tuck our toes and maybe we find down dog on knees, engaging our arms, or we try to lift up our hips and find traditional down dog. Wherever you're at is good. On that next exhale, bring that left foot to the middle, right foot comes up. We step it through, setting our back knee down, front foot moves to the front. Hands to hips here, or actually down to the mat. Tuck the toes and lift up off that back knee so we find our crescent again. So we know where we're going. We're finding crescent. And then hands come to the hips. Crescent one more time. Engage your core here. Lift your chest, shoulders away from ears. Everything is working down here. All your muscles are burning and on fire, and it's awesome. Thank you, muscles, for working hard. On that next exhale, we reach our hands up towards the sky. Now, just engage your core. Can't stress it enough. Engage, engage, engage. If you have any back problems whatsoever, you can just stay right here. Otherwise, we begin to raise our gaze up towards the ceiling where the wall meets the ceiling, and we begin to arch and look up. And maybe we look at the ceiling and we find our arch, and we're moving very slow as we reach, reach, reach. And then on that next exhale, we move all the way back. We may have moved a millimeter, we may have moved an inch, both are good. On that next exhale, we bring our hands all the way back down. Bring that knee all the way back down to the mat. We swing around that right foot. Take a deep breath as we find our plank. And then exhale, we lower for chaturanga. Push ourselves all the way back up. Find our upward facing dog. And then our downward facing dog. Listen to your body. If you need down dog on the knees, go for it. Relax your neck, relax everything. Take a deep breath here. On that next exhale, move that right foot to the middle, left foot comes up and swings through. Take your back knee down if it went there. Left foot moves to the front and we find crescent on the other side. I'm adjusting my foot here. I'm like kind of finding the position that I know will feel the best in my body, and then I lift up. And before I remove my hands from the mat, I adjust my back leg even more. So I know I'm stable. Both hands to your hips. Engage your core, squeeze everything together. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Hands come to prayer. High five, you're awesome. Good job, good job. You can always stay here. And if you'd like to go all the way, bring your hands up to the sky and we look forward. Engage your core. Engage, engage, engage. We begin to look up if our backs feel good. Look up at the corner where the ceiling meets the wall, and then we begin to reach, reach, reach all the way up, all the way up. Reach, reach, reach. Where are you going? Make sure you're looking there. And then we come back to center, looking all the way forward. Take a deep inhale. And then exhale, we lower our arms all the way back down. Take that back knee to the mat. Swing around that left foot. Go slow here. Find your plank, engage your core. Lower down and push back up. Find your upward facing dog and your downward facing dog. This is the last one, friends. This is the magazine quality down dog we're looking for. Bend your knee, push into the hands. Push, push, push. Engage your core, relax your neck. You're on the cover. You're here. You do it the best. Good, good job. On that next exhale, we got the picture. Go ahead and walk your feet to the front. Find your halfway lift. Engage your core here. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, we rise. Circle arms all the way up to the top. Press our palms together. High five. And come back to center. Take a moment for yourself and just plant your hands on your heart or keep them in prayer. Maybe close your eyes. Just be like, yes. This is that feeling I want, that yoga bliss. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Open your eyes and smile because that feels good. And then high five your neighbors because they're awesome too. High five. Everybody deserves high fives here. And then let's find our mats again. So if you have your blanket or bolster or whatever you were sitting on before, go ahead and grab that again. And let's find a seat. So once you find your seat, let's have legs extended. If you need a sip of water or anything like that, go for it. Take your time here. Move the fleshy bits away from your sit bones. Extend your legs. Hands can come to the knees. Adjust your leggings and your bras because that's what's up. So take your legs and make them not super wide, not super narrow. So just kind of like in between. Enough room for the belly to kind of fold down into, but we're not going into a wide-legged version yet. Inhale, both arms reach towards the sky, shoulders away from ears. And then exhale, hands come all the way down, chin to chest. Take a deep inhale, we lift the chest, and exhale, we fold. Let yourself kind of maybe even like move the belly a little bit. So I like to like push it into the side of my thigh almost. And then I can feel myself kind of finding a little bit more space so that I can fold a little bit deeper. My goal here isn't to like get my face on the ground or anything. It's to feel the stretch in my body the way that my body wants to feel it. So think about that. You could even close your eyes so you're not tempted to like be reaching or pulling or stretching. You want to feel that stretch naturally in your body. We worked our hips a lot. We opened them a lot. We strengthened them a lot. So take the time to stretch them. As we inhale, we think high. Exhale, we think 5. Hopefully, it's a good mantra for your week. If you're feeling like you're having a struggle bus moment, just think high 5. And maybe a smile can come across your face. It's such a good tool to have mantras to like say in your mind when things get a little bit rough, and just appreciate anywhere you're at in this moment or that moment. On that next exhale, we rise all the way back up. And then we extend our right leg, left leg comes in, finding seated tree. We find a little turn to the right, little twist. And then we come back to center. Both arms reach up overhead. And then exhale, we come all the way down. And then our hands can just come to the ground, to the shin, to the ankle. Take a deep inhale, we lift the chest. Exhale, we fold. Again, this is all about how it feels in your body. So the whole back of my right leg feels a nice stretch. I feel a little twinge in my thigh, so maybe I need to adjust somewhere. There, that's better. So tap into the feelings in your body. This left knee wants to rise up. Maybe I'll press it down with my hand. And then just breathe. Once you find a position that feels like you're getting a stretch, take a couple of deep breaths here. Breathe oxygen into those beautiful muscles. Allow them to feel that nice stretch. On that next inhale, we rise all the way back up and we switch sides. So left leg extends, right leg comes in. We find that little quarter turn to the left, flexing our left foot. And then inhaling, both arms come up to the sky. We reach, exhale, we fold all the way down. My right hip is a little tighter than my left hip, so I notice this leg wants to lift a little bit. So maybe right off the bat, I'm putting my right hand over here. Like, calm down, righty. Take a deep inhale, we lift, and exhale, we fold. Just tap into the breath here. Slow it down. Find that ujjayi breath. Remind yourself. Let's feel into the body. On that next inhale, we rise all the way back up and we find butterfly. So both feet come in. And we can be here where our ankles are more towards our groin, or we can adjust so that our feet are a little bit further out. So both options are good regardless of your flexibility. So at different times, we want different stretches. When you're ready, you can bring your hands to your ankles and then your elbows kind of press into the knees and slowly lower down, leading with the chest and allowing yourself to feel this nice stretch. If your legs are extended, you might even want to extend your arms and tuck your chin to the chest and take the stretch into the low back. Both are good options. Feel within the body and see what works best for you. Maybe even close your eyes. And again, like if your belly is kind of like a piece of material is getting hung up on another piece of material, just push it, push out of the way. Thankfully, our fat is like mobile. It can move it, make the space, take the space. That's what Amber Kern says. Make space, take space. I love that. Tap back into the breath. Allow yourself to really be present here. On that next exhale, we rise all the way back up and let's find our backs. So come off of the bolster and move it out of the way, or the blanket or pillows or whatever you're sitting on. And find your back, bend your knees, allow the feet to come to the earth. And then hands can be above your head or to the sides, whatever feels good. And just gently begin to rock your knees once you come down, allowing that low back to find a little bit of alignment. Sometimes it takes a couple little movements to shift and shimmy into whatever is feeling good for you. And then when you're ready, go ahead and come back to center, extend your right leg, left knee comes into the chest. We reach for the left knee with the right hand and help it over to the right as we extend our left hand off to the left, almost like a T. So finding supine twist, we look up to the sky, take a deep inhale, maybe lift up the leg a little bit, and exhale, we twist a little bit. On that next exhale, we come back to center, slowly lowering all the way back down. Both hips come down to the mat. Both feet come down to the mat. We lift up our hips, move them to the right. Extend that left leg. Right knee comes into the chest. We grab behind the right knee and help it over to the left. Extend the right arm, shoulder away from ears. Take a deep inhale, we lift a little bit, and exhale, we fold a little bit. And just breathe here. On that next exhale, we slowly, slowly lower down that right hip all the way down to the mat. Both hips connect, planting both feet and lifting both hips. We can keep our knees bent and then just take our feet to the outside edges of the mat and allow the knees to knock in a little bit. So it's like you're making a triangle shape. Arms are above your head, elbows are bent, palms face up. And let's just take a moment to breathe here. To allow the hips to just kind of settle and feel the mat and just breathe. You could even close your eyes or have a super soft gaze. Feel into your body. Maybe take shoulders away from ears. Just remind yourself, like, this is it. This is this yoga bliss that we all want. We all want to feel. What do you feel in your body right now? On that next exhale, you find reclined butterfly, but if it feels pinchy, you can always come back to this one, broken warrior. So the knees in is broken warrior. So feet come together, knees open wide, and we stretch our hips in the opposite way. Both are good stretches, and you don't have to do both of them. If this is pinchy on your back, go back to broken warrior. Listen to your body, respect your body. It's telling you something. Take a few breaths here. And then let's take 1 minute of yogi free time. Is there a pose that you need in your life? Do you need a bridge? Do you need a wheel? Do you need a shoulder stand? Go for it. Do whatever pose you need. And maybe you're like me, where you're like, this is it. Recline butterfly is my pose. So I will stay here and enjoy the fruits of my labor exactly as I am. Wherever you're at, go for it. Find your posture. You're here for another 30 seconds. So feel into your body and just be free with it. Wherever you're at is good. And go ahead and come back to center if you went there. Take a deep breath. And then let's find our Shavasana. So wherever you're at is fine. You can stay in that version of Shavasana. Maybe you have knees bent, feet flat onto the earth. Maybe you're in reclined butterfly. Maybe that's your Shavasana. Maybe that's where you feel the best. But if you like traditional corpse pose, legs extend, arms come down to the sides, palms face up. You can always do whatever feels good for you. You can always grab a prop. So maybe a bolster, a blanket, a pillow for your head. If you need something for your Shavasana, let's make it comfortable. And then once you find that pose that feels the best for you, it's that rock star Shavasana pose where like people from all over want to see how you do your Shavasana because you're such a rock star. And then close your eyes, shoulders away from ears, and just give your whole body like a wiggle, shake, shimmy, flex the muscles. Inhale, deep breath. Open mouth, exhale. Let it go, sink into the mat. Deep inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Let yourself sink here. Just clear your mind. Remind yourself that this is your time, your Shavasana. You get to take this time and be present and still and reap all the fruits of your labor. Clear your mind. So if there's something that's coming up for you, try to put it behind your yoga door. And if it still creeps up, Just observe and then let it pass, no judgment. If you need to focus, imagine a color. And as you inhale, it lightens, and as you exhale, it darkens. And we'll be silent for the next 4 minutes for your Shavasana. Tap back into the breath. Take a deep inhale and an exhale. Wiggle fingers and toes. Circle out wrists and ankles. Take both hands overhead for a full body stretch. Let it feel sweet. Roll onto one side and push yourself up and find a comfortable seated posture. Bring your hands to your heart center when you're ready. Last high five. Tuck your chin and close your eyes if that feels comfortable. Take a deep inhale here. Open mouth exhale. Thank yourself for showing up for the practice and for working so hard. Amazing, amazing job. I hope you send yourself lots of high fives this week because you totally deserve it. Bring your thumbs to your third eye. The divine light within me honors the divine light within each and every one of you. Namaste. Thank you so much, friends, for practicing with me this morning. Beautiful practices. I love practicing with you. I will see you later. Send me any DMs if you have any questions about anything. Bye.